Glad to have you join us on TechBridge today on Lagos Television, and this is the program that talks about innovation, invention, update information around the world of technology. We always tell you that when you think of technology, what should come to your mind is TechBridge on Lagos Television. Sherifumola, today is my name. You are welcome on board.
I'm Tony Alagoke. You are welcome to TechBridge today. And like I know that technology helps people to be efficient, effective, and it breaks barriers.
Yes, no limitation
No
within.
limitation, and you go places. Like today we'll be talking about app coding and anything that has to do with you staying online efficiently.
Yeah. What we found out is that there is no limit to anyone that wants to develop any app. It comes to the point that you don't have to go to a particular school to study it really. Yeah. There are a lot of languages, app development softwares that doesn't require you to go to any school to learn them.
At all.
They are so simple to write, so simple to work with.
I have a friend who was a medical doctor. He's good in programming. We just pick some stuff, and he has a lot of reputable software packaged to diagnose systems in the body. Okay. So the knowledge you have as economist, as an accountant, as a medical doctor, as a financial expert could be diverted into app. And in one of the programs, somebody said you can even develop an app within a day.
Wow. It can be that simple.
So the more reason why we're talking about app and coding today.
All right, perhaps you are going to take interest in that after this show. Please stay with TechBridge on Lagos Television. We'll be back after this break. You're welcome back from that break. The program is still TechBridge on Lagos Television. And like we told you, we're talking about app and everything that has to do with apps today, softwares, development, and the rest of it. We're looking at the challenges. And of course, today we've got a big fish in the house. We've got Mos Uromtah, and he's a tech entrepreneur. You're welcome to TechBridge.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
Mos, you're welcome to TechBridge today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. We're going to start from this. We'll talk about app, software, and the rest of it. And probably everybody that has a phone with him or himself or herself is familiar with the word app. But we want to break it down to pieces. What are the types of apps or applications that we have?
Wow, wonderful. Thank you for this discourse. You see, it's not an alien thing here. You know, firstly, I'd like to say technology is a way of life. It's about efficiency. You're working on something and you're like, how do I become more efficient with it? You know, how do I become more efficient? You know, so, and that's the place for innovation, you know. So in recent times, the WWW world, you know, start enabling people to do it themselves. You know, that's where the history of application started coming from. You know, trying to do an industrial, you know, making an industrial machine run and communicate, you know, with each other. We started going from there to more simpler, you know, simpler solution, simpler hardware, you know, because there are really two types of programming. You know, this is all about programming.
Yes.
You know, that's the bottom line. You know, and programming can either be hardware or software. So people started thinking. They started thinking, you know, and that's why an environment to think is also very good, so that you can think out a solution. So you see, so generally applications today can be of two types, because there are just so many kinds of application here that solve different problems, you know. So there are just two categories broad, you know. We have applications that we say are interactive applications. These are applications that make you communicate, you know, social, you know, help you with interaction, you know.
Even from the name.
Yeah.
From the name,
you interact. You can just, you interact, you know, so a range of application come under that particular category.
So all the social media.
All of them are. Yes, Yes, all of them come into that. Then after that, we now go into business applications.
Okay.
You know, business application is suits and packs and, you know, whatever you use to drive efficiency, which we start calling ERP, enterprise resource, you know, planning. Okay, so we have business suits. Okay, you want to run administration effectively. Ah, man, you're crowded with so much to do. You look for a suit that fits you. You want to do HR and payroll, and it's so crowded, you don't know what to do. You want to do CRM, you know, so all of them essentially come under the business suits. So either application is going from there, and or application is coming out from the other part.
Okay. So
yeah, that is very definition. It makes it easy. So if I'm talking to someone and I'm trying to bring a young person up, I first help him to see this. So you now know, oh wow. So it's just too classification because it's too big. When we start calling this and that one, but when we classify it like this as two,
really simple,
you know.
You must have been in that field for long because the way you've simplified it, interactive application and business application, I'm interested. But by the time you begin to talk about programming application, I get bored. So now let's look at it, whether interactive application or business applications. What are the application development steps that one needs to know or to have, or what are the things we need to know?
You know, the foundation of this all is problem. You know, before you get started in the journey of trying to develop an application or want a solution, there has to be a problem.
So you identify a problem.
Yeah, what's the problem you want to solve? Okay. Now, if you find problem X, you know, and you said, okay, maybe this is a business problem or this is an interactive problem, and we need to solve this problem, you first of all need to probably, let's go to the bottom line now. You map the solution. Okay, you map the solution. You know, we call it wireframe for those that are old in application. Before the content management system, you know, came on board, like WordPress and all that. When you get a problem like that and you discuss with the developer, he goes back home and tries to wire it, you know, in the wireframe. That's what you say.
What do you
know, wire works. You know, you integrate the parts. You see the functionality of what the person wants to build. Okay, so the person wants to solve this problem. Okay, and this is how to solve it. Okay, so I now started looking at how to join this and join this and join this. You know, the blocks, like a flow chart. You know, so you tell a story. You know, it's simple as just tell a story about it.
You're making it so simple that app development is about telling a story.
Yeah, you just tell a story about it, and when you tell the story about it, you know, written. Okay, whoever has the skill of maybe programming, you know, it even becomes so easy because that is what you use to feed him or her. When you feed him that story, you know, he now begins to see technicality, not the story now. He now gives you the technicality, the foundation, the core that will solve that story. So it becomes easy for the developer, it becomes easy for everybody.
So, so the point is you must identify the problem, you must map it out properly, then you must be able to tell the story.
Yeah, you now say, okay, this is how.
That means you don't need to be a techie person to be able to develop an app.
No, you don't need to be,
a software person will pick his own.
He will pick his own, there are different parts.
But you must have concept of what you want to do.
You must know what you want to do. If you can tell the story very well, then you have finished doing the application. So in that particular space, we usually get different kinds of people to come in the development of the app. So which brings us to what do you need, you know, to develop an app? You might need a content developer. These are the story that we talked about now that can develop the story about the whole thing. Then you might need, for UX and wireframe and all that, you know, you need a graphics designer. You know, to be part of that team.
So even a graphic designer has a place.
He has a role in app development. Then from there now you now look at the hardcore programmer, who probably, if he just sees what the graphics designer is telling him in a template, and of course the story gets to the graphics designer creates the template, he sees it and he creates the back end for it that will make it run. And your solution is out. So it depends on how complex you want it.
Graphics designer. So it's more or less like you giving me the graphical.
Just give me
structure, like the GUI of what
just give it to me.
Then because you make it so simple.
I was cracking a joke behind the scene before we came on board that we should have an app that changes our clothes.
Oh yeah. There are apps that can cool the body. There are apps that can make you hot. You
Really?
know, so
How?
different apps.
No, see, viewers are at home listening. How can my app make me cool?
Yeah. Now,
Tell us.
you know, it's just application of your thoughts. You know, application of your
So
thoughts.
it all starts from the thought.
Yeah, it's application is not difficult. I say, what is the better way of living? Now, interactive apps come in. How can I live life well? How can I enjoy life? You know, you start thinking how. So these things communicate. It's a communication, okay? That's why when you're building an app, in the end, you integrate everything. So it's either two software are talking or hardware and software is talking, okay? These days, we are going to the era of machine learning, artificial intelligence, you know, and all of that. So it's just easy. Now, let me tell you the truth why we don't go deeper into this world of app, because I like it because it's a do-it-yourself. With what I'm saying now, someone out there will be interested. We don't celebrate it. We still put it behind. You know, it should be celebrated like football match. It should be celebrated like musicians.
Yeah.
Like what you're doing now is amazing. I mean, you're bringing tech to the front. You know, burner of activity. Yeah, cool. And
thanks for that.
it's a hot dog. People who have gone this far, made us go this far in technology. Actually, foreigners. They are the one empowering people. Communication and education we're giving out now is an empowerment, you know, for someone out there to catch it, you know, because it's the only thing you can do by yourself. Musician, you might need a godfather or something. Football, you might need somebody to sign you. But this one, if you could just have an internet that you could pay for, and you probably go online, you know, and study.
Everybody have access
I mean,
to
it's a
data.
DIY, do it yourself. You just try out something, you know, even if it's digital marketing, DM, it's also, you know,
All right. Sorry to stop you there. You talked about it's a DIY thing. Now, if I want to develop an app for myself, and I don't really want to get all those people you mentioned, the content, the graphic person, the app developer in place, how do I do it?
Okay, interesting. Today's world, there are CMS, when I mentioned before, content management systems. Okay, they're already built. You know, like WordPress, you know, it's a Joomla application they use in building that. So you have WordPress, you have Blogger and all that. So it's already built. Okay, so what you just do is just to study how, like, you are an administrator. Okay, so right there, you can choose what template you want. Okay,
They come in templates.
yeah,
that
they
I
come in
can
templates.
modify.
Okay, if I sell clothes, I can choose, oh, this template's good for me, and if I'm into e-commerce, I like these templates. You go online, some are free, you get it for free, and some are minimal costs. You know, depending on your taste. Once you get that, you know, it gives you a school how to manage it from the back end. Okay, so, and while you do that, after that you can host. You're hosting already.
Okay,
From that
this is
level.
very interesting. The content management system, CMS, helps you. It's just like copying Microsoft Word,
Absolutely.
anything, and just putting it there.
Yeah.
Then put your layouts.
Yeah, it's me. You choose it.
Modify.
Widgets. Okay, let me move this guy here. Like I'm playing chess. Oh, this one is not fine. I wake up tomorrow morning. I don't like it. Let me change it.
Just
Let me
like
change
that
my
fun.
website. It's so fun. Okay, I change it again.
Let's go a bit technical now. There are a lot of programming languages, and probably someone will want to ask. We have the Java, the C++, and there are simpler ones now, the Python,
.NET,
and
Python,
the rest
and
of
other
it.
stuff.
So all of this, do they do the same thing, or just shed more light on how each of these programming languages work, and probably which one, if I want to start programming, where
Which
do I
one do I
start from?
learn? You know,
That would not punch me in the face and I would just forget about programming.
like people used to think programming is very difficult. They tell you all those scripts, I don't know, but how can we?
We just want to encourage someone
Yes.
out there.
It depends on what you want to achieve. And today, what is more popular is Python. It's easy to learn, and it's also gives you a better output. Okay, so, and I think one can do a crash course on it. You can even learn on your own. Okay, once you have a guide, you have maybe a syllabus or curriculum. You know, you can always plug in, you know, learn these things on your own. It's not as hard as probably you want to build a business suit, you know, as such, even if it has to be that. You know, essentially, there are free online courses. There are free, you know, e-classrooms
Okay,
that you can join, tutorials, you go into class, you get a project, you work with global team, you get challenged. I think it's the passion. It's the passion, I see people who learn programming in 1 week.
Wow.
That's
1
interesting.
week.
Speaking seriously.
So why do we have all these graduates in Nigeria without
awareness has not got to them.
Awareness.
Just the awareness. That's why I like this culture. It's culture. If we get the culture right, culture is more than policy, it's more than idea, it's more than strategy. Do we have the culture of technology and innovation? If we get the culture in, then from the grassroots you start celebrating it, and people are excited. In India, the best course is engineering. Why? Because they want to be programmers. That's the best course in your higher institution, engineering.
Okay.
Whereas it's really more than that.
Yeah.
And the moment you have that background, it helps you to be who you should be. So it's DIY. Do it yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
that's interesting.
All right. It's been nice talking with Moss on TechBridge today. Thanks so very much for coming to the show.
Yeah.
We are probably going to have a second part to this. We must build an app on this show.
Yeah.
You're going to put us through on that.
So get set. Get set.
All right.
I'm ready anytime.
Okay. We've been talking with Moss Uromtah, and he's a tech entrepreneur on TechBridge. We'll go for a break now, and please stay with us.
Welcome back from that short break. It has been interesting.
Honestly, I feel like I should develop an app now.
Why not? Because it doesn't take you more than 10 minutes to develop an app.
Is that could prepare something for me, like a meal.
That will sell a lot. Huh? It's actually TechBridge today, and from what we've heard, you can pick up something. Don't stay idle. Learn something good and develop yourself.
I think that is the message there. And another thing is that if there's anything that makes you more efficient, if there's anything that delivers the job faster, then you're talking about technology.
Absolutely right.
All right.
All right, we have to sign out. My name is Tony Olagoki. Catch you next time.
Sheyifimi Ola, today is my name. Hope to see you some other time. Bye for now.